Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Thank you for stopping by on this Record Store Day 2025. Well, this video will serve two purposes. I'll tell you what I'm doing on Record Store Day, and then I will go on and do my weekly review of all of the music that I listen to. Bear with me as we get started here. Uh, Record Store Day, I did make up a list. There was about 15 things that interest me. I would never buy that much because I don't want to spend that much money. But my local record store put out a list the other day and of what they received, and it was very limited and very few copies. And then so I decided, well, I'm not going to go out there. They only had one thing in the whole list that I was interested in, so I wouldn't go out there. Then I got some confirmation this morning when I got up and I looked at Instagram, and somebody had taken a video, and the line was the longest that it's ever been out there before. So great for them. I am happy for them business growing the way it is. But so I decided to stay at home. What I'll do is I'll tell you a few of the things I'm interested in. Tomorrow morning, the guy to the mic that owns the In Groove in Phoenix, whatever he always orders a lot of stock, and whatever he doesn't or what sell today, 5 a.m. Phoenix time tomorrow morning, be on his online uh, website for sale. So I'm going to take a chance and see if I can get up one or a couple of the things tomorrow morning instead of going out to the crowd and not being able to get anything and be disappointed. So before I tell you what I'm interested in, and then I'll move on to what I listened to this week, go down there and hit the like button. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. It'll help us grow. Put some comments down there. What did you do on Record Store Day? What did you listen to this week? Did you like any of the albums I'm listening to? Well, anyway, I got an Alan Parsons things I'm looking at. It's called I, Robot Works in Progress. They did one last year. I forget what record it was for. And then I'm looking for some Talking Head stuff and maybe some Mark Knopfler and Black Sabbath stuff that's out today. There's some other things on the list, but those are probably my priority. And then there's Peter Gabriel's got some stuff out there. David and Romney Gilmore. So some good stuff out there. 13th Floor Elevators and Lizzie. We'll see tomorrow morning what's available. So, primary purpose here on Saturdays is what what did I listen to this week? You've been following me for a long time. I always forget to move my chair. Okay, so we started. Let me get a couple of my notes up here, and so we can do looking at stuff. Won't come up. Why won't it come up? Oh, maybe it's up. There we go. Well, the first thing I listened to this week, I got from Whatnot a while back ago. I haven't listened to before, so now it's in my collection once I listened to it. This is called Myths and Legends, King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, Rick Wakeman, 1975. Rick Wakeman is principally known for all of his great work. He's a keyboardist, of great work he's done with Yes over the years. And this is the second studio album and the third overall by the English keyboardist. I had one previously. You might have seen where I talked about. I had one other Rick picked up the solo. It was very proggish, very real prog, to the point where I really didn't care for it. So I didn't think that I would pick up any more Rick Wakeman. Well, this one was going at a very great low price on Whatnot. It was in this is VG Plus on this, and I said I can't let that go at that low price. So I picked it up, and I really liked it. I liked it. There's a nice big thing that they got with the lyrics. Got it upside down. Let's try doing it this way. Lyrics, storylines, follow it through with some art. What's on, Bill? Anyway, it's going to fight me all the way through. A whole bunch of pages with lyrics and art leading to whatever the song was about. Definitely a progressive rock concept album based on the stories and the people of the King Arthur land. Developed in the summer of '74 while Wakeman was in the hospital recovering from a heart attack. Self-produced, I guess. Arthur received positive reviews. Some label it as a symbol of progressive rock excess. Reached number 2 on the UK albums chart and number 21 on the Billboard Top 200 chart. A lot of people liked it. I thought I could say, since I can't classify things all that well, I would say this is very symphonic prog. Did a lot of work over the years. He released 25 LPs and did 14 tours beside his work with Yes. That's quite the difference. I hope my camera or mic ain't blocking. Shutting down when I put this up in front of my face. Gotta be more careful because I still haven't got my primary mic, the Blue Yeti, working properly. What a waste of money that was. In fact, that one I got that as a gift Christmas family. A&M Records. Record is a BG plus. So that was the 1975 album, Myths and Legends of King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, Rick Wakeman. Good start to the week then. What do you think about that? You guys like Rick Wakeman? Do you like Yes, where he did the primary work at? The next one I picked up is a recent pickup that I picked up. I was out at Wisecrack Records. I've been seeing this album too long, and I didn't have nothing by this group. So I said, I'm going to pick it. This is the 2012 remastered reissue of the 1985 album, Meat is Murder by the Smiths. The only thing in my collection by them. It was the second studio album by the English rock band. It was released in February of '85 on Rough Trade Records. It became the band's only studio album to reach number 1 in the UK albums chart. Stayed on the charts for 13 weeks. Internationally successful, spent 11 weeks in the European Top 100s chart. At number 29, and also reached number 110 on the U.S. Billboard's 200 chart. This is Meat and Murder. What I read on here's, of course, very good shape, almost near. It's more stringent and political than its predecessor, including the pro-vegetarian title track. Morrissey forbid the members of the group, let's see what it is, the rest of the band, from being photographed eating meat. And the anti-corporal punishment, the headmaster ritual. Well, I thought that the whole album was okay. So it started off a little lower on my charts, and then overall it moved up to good, and my personal thoughts good, but not G plus or anything. So probably will not be hunting for anything more from the Smiths unless something comes to me like almost free. I would take it, of course. So that was Meat is Murder. What did I have? That one is a 2012 remaster of the 1985 album by Next, we're gonna do a little bit of Miami Sound Machine on an album that I won. 3 or 4 times when I'm watching Whatnots and that, they give away free albums and that, and have to enter and you're free and they ship it free. This is about the third or fourth one that I won. It's in really good shape, and this is Gloria Estefan. Let It Loose. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. 1987 LP. Besides this LP, I have 2 CDs by her in my collection. 10th studio album by her and the Miami Sound Machine. The first and where she got any credits. Got a specific credit for writing. The album includes the top five Billboard Hot 100 singles. Rhythm Is Gonna Get You, Anything You Want, and 1, 2, 3. Edition, Let You Say That, and Can't Say What. Pretty good. Had my feet tapping, had my toes tapping. Oh, got that Miami, I don't know what you call it, the Miami dance, disco beat. Probably danced since 1987. Kind of not around anymore by then. But pretty good. It was a good album in really good shape, and I got it free. Can't beat that, right? Some people won't enter the giveaways if they don't like what the album is. I enter them all. Free is free. So the next one I'm going to go is a new one that I picked up, and this was recommended by, I was watching some review on Sea of Tranquility. They do all kinds of different. This is a 2025 release of Here We Go Crazy, Bob Mould. The only thing I got by him in my collection, he was principally known for his work as guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter for the alternative rock bands Husker Du, 80s, and Sugar in the 90s. Not real familiar with either one of them. So I said, well, I'm going to give this one a chance. Off of that recommendation. I need to stop watching those. Cut down. Lyrics in there for me. Credits. And this was his 15th solo album. And in his own words, I read where he says he's still refining his primary sound and style through simplicity, brevity, and clarity. A nice vinyl on this baby. Good looking stuff. Here We Go Crazy meets his goal of a tight collection of ferocious punk rock, empathetic power pop, and a couple quiet acoustic moments. It was pretty good. No, it was pretty good. Would I mind something from him in the future? No, I wouldn't mind it at all. I have to be careful what I pick, because I don't want to get on too many things from him. But another one would be in order. I did like it. So now we got down to it was normally Thursday nights an album, or Thursdays an album day, which it was. I just listened to that. Here We Go Crazy on Thursday, and then I had some really downtime Thursday evening, so I decided to add another CD or to the viewing this week. Now, this is the second one out of this box set that I previously reviewed. There's a special review out there, video out there on this light box set. David Coverdale's solo albums that he got changed from his name over and added to the white catalog. CD was North Winds. This was the 2024 remix of the 1978 album with David Coverdale's second. Now part of the White Snake catalog. Into there. Nice mix of upbeat and slow music. I liked it. That's 2 of the 3 that are in there. There's actually 6 CDs, but they're on 3 different albums. This is the Into the Light Whitesnake box set. North Winds 2024 remix of, what did I say, 1978 album. Pretty good. Notice I'm picking up Whitesnake. In fact, I just won one on, what do you call it, Whatnot, a couple days ago. All right, the next thing we moved into on the CDs is our normal Friday CD listening. Don't forget, at the end, I will tell you out of all of these which ones that I enjoyed or had the most fun with this. Not that I enjoyed the most. And the next one is the 1990 album by Styx, Edge of the Century. Styx, must like them. I have 3 LPs and 6 CDs in the collection by them. This is the 12th studio album by Styx. Won 2 international singles, Show Me the Way, written by DeYoung, and peaked at number 3 on both the Hot 100 Pop Singles charts and Adult Contemporary chart. The album sold more than 500,000 copies in the U.S. and was certified gold. Michelle and I, my daughter and I, saw Styx in concert. I've told you that before. But the only thing was, it was post Dennis DeYoung. I do like Dennis DeYoung a lot, but he wasn't there. He'd already left. But the concert was really good. It was a lot of fun. It was a pretty upbeat concert. We got a nice book in here, credits and lyrics. Dennis DeYoung was still in this one. I saw the pictures. But when we saw Styx in concert, he wasn't with. So, didn't get to see him. But said the concert was really cool. I've been to more concerts than I can always remember until something comes up. A lot of times, I spent so much time overseas, 3 years in Europe, 6 years in Korea. Opportunities to see concerts were very, very slim during those years. All the other ones when I was in the States. CD. So that was the 1990 album, Edge of the Century. Okay, at least one more CD, number 87. This one here, 1990 album by Paul Simon, who I have 2 LPs and 2 CDs in my collection by Paul Simon. This is one of them. The album, Rhythm of the Saints. Normally I can remember why I bought an album. I don't have the foggiest idea why I bought this one here. You know, I like the sounds, but maybe I was thinking, if I knew more about it, maybe I wouldn't have bought it at the time. It was inspired by Brazilian musical traditions. He spent a lot of time in Brazil. The album was commercially successful and received mostly favorable reviews. 1992, Rhythm of the Saints earned 2 nominations for the 34th Grammy Awards album of the and produced. No, I did like the music in it, and I think the reason that I bought it is I thought maybe that was going to be more like steel drums. I do like the sound of steel drums, but it wasn't. It was okay. Somebody looking for some back home down to earth stuff by Paul Simon. This wouldn't be the one to get. Or the other one that he had, the previous one was Graceland. That was I forget what country, featured by other country. So no pictures, but pretty nice. Now we just got a plane. Got some writing around the edges. You probably can't see there. Around the edges, writing, name, and all of that good stuff on there. That was the 1990 album by Paul Simon, Rhythm of the Saints. Nice Brazilian music. If you like to have a little something different in your collections, this is one to get. So now we're at the last one I do of the week, and that's the next album that comes out of the collection, numbered. We're still way into the numbered ones. This was a 1997 LP, Lace and Whiskey by Alice Cooper. I have 8 LPs and 4 CDs by Alice Cooper in my collection. Now, this one here is when Alice was actually the man's name. It was after the band broke up, and he legally adopted the Cooper. Third solo album, 10th overall studio album by the name Alice Cooper. And or not. After many years of portraying a dark and sinister persona, Alice Cooper decided to try something new and donned the persona of a heavy drinking comic PI named Maurice Escargot, fictional character in the vein of Inspector Clouseau. Picture of him. It's still a rock-based album, but it was stylistically influenced by Cooper's love for the 40s and 50s movies and music. Here too. The album only peaked at number 42 in the US and 33 in the UK albums chart. I always say only. Well, at least it got into the charts. The album's lead single, You and Me, was an easy listening ballad which provided Alice Cooper with his last US top 10 single for the next 12 years. And I like the whole album, but I primarily bought that for that song. I really like that song. When I listened to it again today, and why I really liked it. I like the lyrics and "You and me ain't no movie stars." You know, I'm not gonna sing for you. Well, your ears would be bleeding. I really liked the song and led me to the purchase. Well, it's been a good week, and I hope you put some comments down there. Which of these you liked or didn't like? Do you own? Or if you didn't, what did you listen to this week? What did you do on Record Store Day today? And my picks for this week, probably because it was the last one I listened to again, was Lace and Whiskey by Alice Cooper, 77. The other one was The Edge of the Century, the 1990 album by. So, thanks a lot for stopping by. SoCal Saver saying take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.